Hello beauties, how are you all doing? It's that time of the month again when I share with you a custom palette that I made for this month. And this month's custom palette is called Haunted House. And this is the color story. I'm going to swatch these colors for you, tell you what singles I've used to make this palette, and do 3 eye looks with them. This eye look is going to be one of the looks. If that sounds good to you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Let's go into the video. Okay, beauties, let's jump right in. I'm gonna do top to bottom, tell you what color it is, what single I've used from which brand, and swatch it for you. So the first color is Sun Dazed from Terra Moons. This is a multichrome duochrome that shifts extremely red. I think you're seeing the red to orange. So from my angle, I see sort of an orangey, bronzy sort of a color. I'm pretty sure this isn't a multichrome. I don't know what it is advertised as. Oh, and beauties, my nails. My nails are a nightmare before Christmas. Let me quickly show you my nails actually. So this is obviously the Pumpkin King's face, and this is his suit. Yeah, now let's get into the swatches. So beauties, I feel like Halloween palettes are a little bit overdone. Obviously, you can put a lot of Halloween-y colors like orange and green and, you know, zombie colors and vampire colors in a palette and call it a Halloween palette. So I wanted to do something that was a little bit different, which is why I decided to get inspired by the colors of a haunted house in a dark night. The next color we have here is Nokomis from Divina. This palette has a lot of colors from Divina. I feel like I haven't used enough Divina in my last curated palette, so I wanted to use more Divina. And I saw Deandra, owner of Divina, use Nokomis last week. She did a Divina After Dark video that I attended, and she does that every week or every other week on her channel on YouTube, and she used Nokomis for her inner corner, and I was like, I need to use this color in my custom made palette because I forgot how amazing this color is. It's like a very sheer overlay of purple that can be just extremely beautiful. And I definitely have not done it justice by using it enough. You see that it's one of those iridescent multichromes that has a hint of purple from you all's angle, and from my angle I see pink. Okay beauties, for the next color in this row I picked Cosmic Noon. This is also from Terra Moons. I wanted to pick a color that had a green shift and an orange shift, and this color does have that. I was hoping to find something that had more of an extreme orange shift. Another options, beauties, could be Electric from Glaminatrix, which is also an amazing and super pretty color. I did feel that Electric was a little bit too jolly for a palette this grungy. So I decided to continue going with this color, but I still felt that the orange shift could have been more obvious. This is a beautiful multichrome and undoubtedly a multichrome. This definitely has multiple shifts. From my angle, I even see more tealy green, but as I mentioned, I wish the orange was not as coppery, but a little bit more pumpkin orange. Beauties, I'm gonna put a few photos that I used to get inspired by that have different angles of haunted houses and so on, so that you can see why I picked these colors. Our next color is a super beautiful color from the Turbo Glow collection of Glamshop called Zigzag. This has a red base, you can see the base in this angle, and a green color over the base. Let me do a swatch of it. This is just so beautiful, and I felt like a Halloween-y palette would not be complete without this level of a grunge. I've also not seen a lot of colors similar to this from other brands. Yeah, beauties. If you are ordering from Glam Shop, do not miss out on these kinds of gorgeous, honestly, I don't know if I can call this multichrome, but it's a super special shade. Can you see the shifts there? I'm definitely going to use this in an eye look for you all, and you can see why I'm picking this color, knowing that photo was an inspiration. Now we're going into the second row. The first color here is Desma from Divina. It's a very beautiful burgundy matte. I'm not going to show these from different angles because this is just a matte color, but this is a good opportunity for me to put a few photos that I used to get inspired by on the screen. Beautiful burgundy. This would be the color that I would use to shade a pumpkin, the dark parts of a pumpkin. Our next color is Painted Lady from Luxie Beauty. This is definitely an oldie but a goodie. This is an absolutely gorgeous shade. I have this on the inner half of my lid. It looks like it has a purple magenta-y base with a more lavender purple hue on top of it, and then it definitely has very small gold flakes on it from different angles. I think you can see some gold hues here and there, and you know, if I wipe my hand off, I still see some gold specks left on my hand. This is a beautiful color. This reminds me of Royal from Clionadh, which is one of my favorite colors from Clionadh. And talking about a $2 shade and comparing it to a Clionadh shade tells you how amazing this color is. Okay friends, the next three colors are matte, so I'm just gonna do them back to back. First one is this beautiful orange color called Sunkissed from ColourPop. ColourPop shades are great for building up. Very, very nice orange. The next one is this beautiful green called Evergreen from Sydney Grace. That is the color swatched. This isn't exactly a grass green. It has a hint of blue in it, so it looks like a very green teal, and that's kind of what I wanted because I have used quite a few teals in this palette, so I wanted this to go with them. And then the next color is actually a light teal. This is Fenella from Divina, which I have used across my crease in this eye look. Maybe you can't see it, but you're gonna see it in a minute. I'm gonna do the look on camera. These Divina colors are super buttery and have a lot of fall off, so just be careful with that. But these are our next three colors. And now that I'm doing this, I'm gonna also do the last matte color. This is Moss from Sydney Grace. This is a very, very, very dark brown that could have possibly a hint of green. And I'm gonna use a finger I haven't used yet. So I definitely have a shortage of brown in my singles because you all know I don't really gravitate towards neutral colors, which is why I'm so happy to have this color. And I figured, you know, we need a color to be able to deepen out the looks. So this is Moss, and these are the remaining matte colors in this palette next to each other. You can use these four colors in a look by themselves. You all know how big a fan I am of an all matte look. Okay, beauties, we're left with these two shimmery colors, but these are monochrome shimmers, so I'm gonna swatch them next to each other. This one is a metallic shade from Clionadh called Iceberg. From the time when Clionadh used to have metallics. Nowadays, Clionadh just mostly has multichromes on their website. Hopefully they're going to bring even mattes back. Clionadh obviously is an amazingly high quality brand, so these metallics are just so beautiful. And this shade can easily be used in the inner corner, across the lid. Just an absolutely gorgeous shade. And then the last shimmer in this palette is a Sydney Grace monotone shimmer called Orange Slush, which is a deep orange shimmer. I don't know why brands don't release orange shimmers. Maybe people don't really use them as frequently on their eyes, but I absolutely love this color. And that concludes all the swatches of this palette. Beauties, I recognize this kind of color story might not be suitable for everybody. If you have very, very warm undertone on your skin, maybe this is kind of difficult to use because this is mostly cool toned, but I do want to give a few pointers of what colors you can use together to make a look. You could definitely use this column of greens together for sort of a night look, putting the green in the crease, the beautiful multichrome green across the lid, and then moss from Sydney Grace in the outer V area to deepen out the look. You could do something funky with this row, maybe putting the orange across the crease, and you can just use orange across your lid and just leave it at that for a day look. But another thing you can do is try to go the same tone of color, dark to light. So for example, you could use these three together with the burgundy to make a look dark to light. Again, orange in the crease, shimmer across the lid, or maybe just half of the lid, and then the burgundy to deepen out the outer V. Similarly, you can do the same thing with some of the other shades. When it comes to multichromes that have a black base or a black undertone, you can always just use the multichrome across the lid by itself. Or maybe you can put a little bit of orange in your crease and then put this across the lid. Or you can put some orange in the crease, sun-kissed across the lid, and you can deepen out the outer V with burgundy. The general formula that I've been giving you so far is when you see a palette this colorful and you're not sure where to start, where you can start is to batch the colors that look similar together and try to make an eye look with those. Again, in this case, it would be the oranges and the reds together, the greens together, the teals together. I hope that is helping. Now let's go into the first eye look, which is going to be this one. Okay, beauties, I already primed my eyes with icing from Glam Light in color Buttercream. I have a whole lot of BH Cosmetics brushes that I have that I've collected. I bought these in packs from TJ Maxx last year. I'm sure you can find them on BH Cosmetics and at TJ Maxx. This is from the Alyssa Mare or something like that collection, I think. So let's get started. I definitely want to use Painted Lady from Luxie, and then I want to use a little bit of these two. So let's get started with this one. I'm putting this in my crease. This is going to be the blending color. I'm now going to use another one, and I'm going to go into this beautiful also color from Divina. I'm putting this in my outer V area. I'm going to now bring this color under my lower lash line. I'm going to now get a small one, go into the orange, and really diffuse my lower lash line with this orange so that it doesn't look super harsh. Okay, beauties, moment of truth. In preparation and going into the shimmer, I am going to use a little bit of this base booster from BH Cosmetics in this area. Going into Painted Lady. No matter what I do, everybody, I have fat finger action. It always gets under my lower lash line, even if my finger isn't touching it. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it falls a little bit. I'm going to pick up the brush that had the burgundy color, and with whatever's left on it, I'm gonna just remove if there are any harsh lines where these two colors meet. Okay, beauties, my first look is done. Just quickly mentioning, because some people have asked me, this ring I purchased in some outdoor market in another country. It is dragon's blood. That's the name of the stone. It's some sort of jasper. So just mentioning that, to me, it's very appropriate for this time of the year. And then, of course, these are super, super Halloween-y jewelry that I purchased years and years and years ago from Walmart or somewhere. I have noticed that I have a lot of mascaras, and as you have noticed if you've been following me, I don't use them very often. So I'm gonna start using them more often because you can only keep mascaras for so long. So let me put a mascara on. And I haven't prepared anything, and I'm just randomly picking a mascara. Let's go with this It Mascara Superhero that I've had for a while and I have not used. I'm just going to put it on my lashes. I'm also going to put some lipstick on now that we're doing this. This is an ultra matte lip from ColourPop. The color is Avenue. This is the old formula, but this could very well be still available on ColourPop's website. As you know, ColourPop changed their formulation recently, a month or 6-7 weeks ago, but their old formulation is still available. So this is our completed first eye look. Let me bring the camera closer and show you the eye look from close up. Okay, beauties, I'm gonna do the second look. I've already primed my eyes with this Milani primer. Jumping in, I'm gonna use a whole series of BH brushes for this. I'm gonna use a packing brush and go into this beautiful green color. And I'm going to begin deepening out my outer V area. I'm going to use, do these have a number? This is number 8. Well, if that means anything, but I'm going to pick a small, relatively tapered flat brush and go into this. I'm going to go under my lower lash line with this. I'm now using a smaller brush. I'm going to go into the green and I am going to deepen out just the edge here. I'm now using a little bit of base booster from BH Cosmetics. A lot of BH today. This is frequently on sale on BH's site, and honestly I have good experience with this. And I'm putting this across my lid. I'm going into Zigzag from Glamshop, this insanely gorgeous color. And this is going to be at the center. And then what I can do is go back and really blend these edges. I'm now taking another small tapered brush and I'm gonna go into this color. And this beauty is going to go in our corner area. And if you want, you can bring it a little bit over Zigzag. I'm now gonna pick a small fluffy brush and I'm gonna go into the matte color. I'm gonna use this to sort of buff this part. And now, beauties, I'm gonna pick another, this is a very round-headed brush. I'm going to go into this shimmery color. This is sort of a satin, I wanna say, not too much of a shimmer. And I wanna use this to buff this lower lash out. Okay, beauties, this is the completed look. I put Manila from Ofra, Long Lasting Liquid Lip, this way, on my lips. And I also put some of the Light Camera Splashes from Tarte on my lashes. Let me bring the camera closer and show you this look from close up. Okay, I'm looking like a reverse raccoon because I'm using Juvia's I Prep I Prime in color 1. So we know shade 1 is a little light for me. I'm going to continue using these BH brushes. Okay, beauties, going into the last eye look, I am going to use this orange, beautiful orange color. This is where it's going. Okay, for this brush, I had to go into my refer brushes. This is number 13 because I already used the BH, that size, the size that I wanted. So I am going to go into Evergreen, this beautiful green from Sydney Grace. And this is going to be our outer V. Green and orange are going to muddy up if they mix. So we're going to be careful, although these are different gradation or different saturations of the colors. So usually they're going to muddy up if the saturation level is the same. If one is too light, one is too dark, we've talked about this. They're not going to necessarily muddy that fast, but still be careful And then I am going to use this green under my eyes. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of base booster in the center here. And now I'm going to go into Cosmic Noon. This is the shade. And this is going to go at the center here. Okay, beauties, this is the completed look. I put a little bit of Monsieur Big from Lancome on my lashes and then ColourPop Ultra Matte in Mama on my lips. I'm hoping this color is still available. It's one of my favorite colors from the old version of ColourPop's Ultra Matte lips. Let me bring the camera closer now and show you this eye look from close up. Thank you so much for being here with me, beauties. If you enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed these kinds of custom palette videos, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so that I know. That way I can make more kind of content like this. Also, if you've watched this long, you probably like this kind of content, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's the subscribe button right under the video. Also, write to me in the comments box below which one of the 3 eye looks I made you liked more. I love you all. Have an amazing day, and until next time. Bye.